There's this one bro in my school, he's always in my school gym. He's the guy that everyone respects in the gym because he's the biggest. He joins bodybuilding competitions for the whole country and he's already that big. And yet he still goes to the gym every single day. When I go to the gym, he's there, and when I leave, he's still in there. That is true mental strength. When you work so hard and you never stop, when anything comes in your way, you never get beaten down. When there's some sweet food, when there's some lazy opportunities for you to slack off, you never give in to it. And this can be applied not just in the gym, it can be applied in literally every single aspect of your life. In your studies, in your work, in your hobbies that you're pursuing, in some side business that you're trying to create. If you talk about uni life, sure, sometimes there is pain, sometimes there is suffering in there, sometimes there are negative emotions in the life that you're living, but usually you do not associate the whole university life with this kind of pain, with this kind of mental strain. You indulge in your hobbies, maybe you play some sports, you do some exercise, maybe you learn and read some books, but overall it does not seem that painful and suffering and torturous for anyone that's imagining a uni life. So in this kind of environment, in this kind of situation and circumstance in your life, when you don't need to really push yourself that hard, mental strength is not really needed. A lot of people, they just neglect on it. They become weak and fragile mentally because of this kind of easy and fun lifestyle. So how does mental strength actually look like if our life is this easy already? There are two main aspects of mental strength: attack and defense. And I'm saying this in my own words, like to make it sound like a video game, like two skills that you need to level up. The basis of the attacking skill is that you improve every single second of your life, no matter whatever stands in your way. And the defense skill is to endure anything that happens. Whatever happens to you, whatever events or incidents occur in your life, you still need to take it in and use it for your own benefits and advantages. Those are the attack and defense skills. So let's talk about the attack skill. You have to constantly improve no matter what stands in your way. You need to attack, and keep on moving forward. And it's not about how fast you improve. That can be a topic for another conversation, like how your efficiency is, how your productivity is. But in simple terms, if you're using your mental strength to attack, you don't even need to improve really quickly because you can just improve 1% every single day. And by the end of the year, you would have improved 37 times better than your current self. How crazy does that sound? Just because of the consistency and the sustainability of whatever you do. Like how that guy is able to go to the gym even though he's so big already, day by day, hour by hour and minute by minute. Every single moment that he does, even though he's already got the rewards that he wants, but he continued pushing himself because of mental strength, because he has this attack skill maxed out. And the basis of the mindset for this attack skill to train your mental strength is to get out of your comfort zone. Get out there, do something that is hard. Do not just stay in your comfort zone and do whatever that's easy for you. Do whatever that you're already used to, because it's just easier. It's just you're familiar with it already. Do something else that is different, that you know are good for you, but you just don't want to do it because it gives you pain. And usually getting out of your comfort zone is associated with delayed gratification. You've heard of this word before? I'm sure you did. Because delayed gratification is like, you do something that is not pleasurable right now. It might be giving you that feeling of hurt, like I said. But delayed gratification actually usually gives you the pleasures that you actually want in life. The things that you want but it's hard to get. Because you don't feel that gratification and that pleasure right now. That is why it is hard to get out of your comfort zone. Because it feels bad, even though you know it's good for you. That's why it's hard to eat the vegetables, because it tastes bad when the sweet tastes much better but it's bad for you. If you think about this in a pussy-ass mentally weak mindset, wouldn't it be painful and torturous to live life when you're always getting out of your comfort zone? Imagine this. Have you ever went on a run, like a short 5 km run in your life? After that run, you've sweat so much, you went through so much pain, your legs, the muscles are tearing up, your stamina is running out, your lungs are breathing so painfully, and you feel so much pain. But after that 5 km run, what do you actually feel? Of course, that pain is still there in your body, but mentally, spiritually, in your mind, you feel comfort, you feel good and pleasure. That feeling of calmness and bliss after a run, like you've just accomplished something big. And you can go down to sit on the bench in the park. Doesn't that feeling feel good? And keep in mind, you just did something very hard. You did something very painful that you usually wouldn't do in your normal life. And yet you still feel good after that. That is the feeling of delayed gratification. The feeling of knowing that you're working towards something that is going to benefit you in the end. So if you think about it in this way, it's actually possible to get pleasure from feeling displeasure. It's actually possible to get pleasure from feeling the pain and the negative emotions that you go through. That is how you can get rid of that pussy mindset where you're thinking, oh shit, I don't want to live life like that, always doing the hard things. So this is your comfort zone in the beginning when you're still a loser. You slowly live out of your comfort zone, you're living outside of it, you're going through the hard things, and that comfort zone will actually increase because the hard things will become familiar to you already. And what should you do when this comfort zone is already increased? You need to get out of this increased comfort zone. You need to do something harder than that. In the start, you're going to the gym 1 time a week, and that is good already compared to your 0 times a week, compared to the people who are just lazy and fat. After you get used to getting to the gym 1 times a week, and you feel like that's not hard for you anymore, go 3 times a week. After that, 5 times a week. After that, 6 times a week. You can push your comfort zone in this way when you're improving yourself and doing the hard things constantly. Keep on pushing yourself until the hard things no longer become hard to you. And one day you will reach a point where no one will understand how can you be able to do this kind of things. How immense is your mental strength for you to endure such pain. When you start to level up your attacking skill, when this comfort zone gets bigger and bigger, you're going to separate yourself from most people. You're going to go through your normal study day, and after that go to the gym, and after that do some side work on the side at night. People won't understand why and how you're working so hard, but for you it's going to be normal because your comfort zone is already increased. Your attacking skill is already much above other people's. Next, I'll talk about the defense skill. This is how to endure things that come into your life, endure the negative events, whatever happens to you. Take it in with mastery and mental strength. And the basic mindset for this is, nothing is really negative in your life. Everything that seems negative to you on the outside has a positive side to it. Even the things that are really, really cruel to you, even the things that sound really inhumane, even the things that you cannot imagine happening to you in your life, they are good for you in a way. If you are able to find that positive light in the negative darkness of whatever events or incidents you're going through, you become fucking mentally strong to be able to go through any single thing in life without getting beaten down, without falling down and never getting back up. I want you to imagine the most evil, the most painful, the worst thing that God could ever do to you. Imagine that event. I'm just creating one right now. My parents dying. How can you ever find something good in that? How can you actually be grateful for something like that? It would sound insane for you to be thankful for something like that, to find a good thing in this. But I can actually find some good outcomes from this. If my parents die, they wouldn't be able to provide for me anymore. They won't even be able to teach me whatever they won't be able to teach me whatever they still want to teach me. So I'm going to go through a lot more pain. I wouldn't have the money to fund for myself. I need to find my own jobs, and I would go through much more things in life just because my parents haven't taught me whatever they want to teach me. I'm going to go through some events that could have been avoided, but my parents weren't there for me. So I would go through those events, I will learn from it firsthand. I'll become much more mentally stronger just because of my parents' death. I'm not saying something like that is good, but something's happened to you and you cannot control it. And the best thing you can do is to control how you react to it, how you respond to it, how you take it in with mental strength. So to find the positives from the negatives, you need to learn from your failures, learn from the negative events, because there are something to learn from it. Even the example that I give of my parents dying, I could learn like how to make money for myself, how to fend for myself, how to survive in my own life. Mentally strong individuals, they view failures and setbacks in their life as things that propel them forward, as things they can learn from and loot in a way. They can take something out from it. They use setbacks as a spring in a way, where the spring, it contracts and you feel like you're going backwards, but then you will fly forwards much more faster and much more further than you ever can. That is how mentally strong people improve themselves, by using setbacks as something that is good for them instead of seeing them as permanent roadblocks, and they give up in life. Because of these negative things that happen to you, you have a lot of emotions stirred up. You have a lot of impulses that comes because of these emotions. Sometimes some people ruin your life, or some people just act bad to you and you get angry. You have this impulse to like ruin someone's life, to beat someone up, and when you do that, you've lost, because you're not emotionally and mentally strong. You cannot control your own impulses. It's okay to be angry, but just recognize that as an emotion only, something that you're supposed to feel, and then do the right thing after that. Being angry does not mean that you have to do something that's wrong. Same thing applies to any other emotions. When you're sad, when you're stressed out, when you're lazy, just feel that emotion and then after that change up. Oh, I'm sad, but that does not mean I should just give up on my life and stop working out, stop working on myself. It's okay to feel these negative emotions, but it's not okay to let them control your actions. I have a friend that failed a subject in a semester and he's forced to stay back while everyone else progresses. Now he studies really hard. He even gyms harder than most of the friends that I know. He's working so much on improving himself, his mindset has changed because of this one failure. If you go through a breakup, it might sound very painful right now, it might be very sad for you, but if you don't take it as a chance to improve yourself, you will just be drowning in that sadness. Your life would go nowhere. You won't improve yourself and you still wouldn't learn from your mistakes. Understanding that nothing is really negative in your life will make you easier to endure anything that happens to you. And together, this attack and defense skill, when you're always improving no matter whatever stands in your way, and whatever happens to you, whatever hits you, you will still be able to take it in, fall down and get back up. That is the path of someone that is truly mentally strong. To you, joining us on this journey of self-improvement, our future is bright.